What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Nay, and I'm back with another video. Today I'm making this yummy, delicious banana pudding. I have these things on there so you can't really see what it looks like, but they're super good and they're super yummy. So if you want to know, keep on watching. So welcome. We're making my famous banana pudding. Everybody always loves my banana pudding. I've made it many times, and it's funny, I never really liked bananas and I never really liked banana pudding. But one day I was just super bored, and we had like little Jello pudding packs, and I made something and it was similar to banana pudding, and I just made a banana pudding and everybody started loving it. My banana pudding, I like to use very easy ingredients.
You need some sweetened condensed milk. This is gonna help the flavoring. Instant pudding, I use French vanilla and banana cream, but you can use either or. I like to mix the both. Organic bananas. For this one, I made 2 batches, so I used 2 whole bananas. Vanilla wafers. I used 2 boxes of the regular ones and 1 box of the mini to make my designs on the top. Lots of whole milk to create your pudding. Right, so let's get into this pudding. So I started off with 4 packs, 2 French vanillas and 2 banana creams, but I ended up using basically all of this because, for one, it's not the big pack of the instant pudding, and I made 2 batches. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put in 2 cups of milk for each packet of pudding. So that basically was 2, 4, 6, 8 packs or cups of milk. So I put the pudding in first, then the milk, then the pudding, then the milk, because I have a really bad memory. So if I put all the packets of pudding in, I'm gonna forget how many packets I put in there. Yeah, so don't judge me. Make sure you clean your area while you're doing whatever you're doing. It's very essential. I promise you that. I forgot to put this in the ingredients, but I'm going to add a little bit of sugar just to sweeten this up a little bit. Like, we love sweetener. We love that. This wasn't in my list of ingredients either, but everything will be listed down below. I'm going to put some pure vanilla extract in here because I want it to be a rich banana flavoring. Alright, girl, so we're gonna keep whisking that, and then we're just gonna put a lid on that and move it into the refrigerator because we're done with that for right now. And let's move into these bananas. So I got these organic bananas from Shoppers. They were really cheap, so I'm just gonna go ahead and cut them up in slices. You can cut them however many you want. I just like mine's in big chunks because over time, how I made them, I used to do them in really thin slices, and I didn't really taste that banana in my pudding, and I really want bananas in my pudding. So I'm gonna make big chunks, not huge, but bite-sized amounts of bananas to be able to get that banana slice in every bite of that pudding, and it'll be so gracious. Throwing away those mushy ends of those bananas away, because if I don't like it, I don't want other people to eat it, because I know I don't like it, and I know that other people might not like it, and it's for other people. It's not just for me. So, we got to keep that in mind. And I only cut a couple of bananas, but like I said, I ended up using everything that was on my table. I didn't think I was going to. That's why I didn't do everything all at once. That's why I prepped everything. But I would have prepped like everything, but I didn't know. But yeah, I ended up using all of the bananas, all of the pudding, all of my wafers, everything. So I'm just gonna put that aside into my fridge, and I'm gonna move on to my Cool Whip topping. Now this part is very optional. This is actually the first time where I've done this part. I kind of just wanted it to be more rich, creamy in the flavoring, and that's why I searched up something on Pinterest and they said to do this, and I went with it. So you basically just have the cream cheese and a little bit of that condensed milk, and we're going to mix that until it's smooth. So this was actually really hard, and I don't have a mixer, so I decided to put it in my blender, and that actually helped. Literally just bought this personal blender yesterday from Target for $15, and it was literally a lifesaver, because if this blender was not in my apartment, I would have just thrown away this whole mixture altogether, because it was not mixing with my fork. I tried a fork, I tried a spoon, I tried a whisk, nothing. I didn't show that in the video, but it just wasn't working. But this stuff tastes amazing, like So this mixture is being transferred back into the bowl, and then I'm going to bring along this whipped topping. So I'm going to fold this whipped topping into this mixture, and it's going to create our like topping icing type of thing for our pudding. It's going to be so good, so rich in flavor, and I promise you, you will not regret it. Remember guys, quick tip, it's okay to taste your food while you're cooking it or while you're baking, whatever you're doing. It's okay to taste it. You need to know how the flavor is, you know? Don't be afraid to taste what you're making. Alright, now we're on to the Nilla wafers, and I'm going to just open up the bag and pour them in a bowl, so I wouldn't just be reaching into the bag while I'm layering up my, I was going to say pasta, while I'm layering up my pudding. And then I'm going to open up the mini ones, and I'm going to crush those up. I tried to do it in the blender because I thought it was going to work, but I just did it the old-fashioned way and put it in the bag. And we're going to use those crushed up ones later on. Alrighty, now that we've prepped everything, we're now ready to layer up our pudding. So I'm going to start layering up my pudding with the Nilla wafers, because we need that good, crust at the bottom of our pudding. And the pudding should be chilled and everything. It's only been about 15 minutes, but it should be chilled along with those bananas. So I took those already out of the refrigerator. And so yes, put your wafers on the bottom of the pan or pot, whatever you're doing it in, and you don't want no empty spaces, so make sure you fill up all of those holes. Alright, and then we're gonna put these bananas right on top of the wafers. Their bananas are really good. I had to try them because I never tried organic bananas, which is kind of weird. And I know it's like the same thing, but yeah, layer up your bananas. Do many bananas, because it's a banana pudding. Like, you want to taste the bananas. What is a banana pudding with no bananas? Layer up that bitch. Pudding. So put the pudding on there. Don't do a lot because you're layering it, and you don't want it to be just all pudding. Like, you want to taste the layers. You want to be able to taste the layers. So don't do a lot, like I said, because you're layering it. You don't want it to be a pool full of pudding now. So just do a good like dollop. $2. You feel me? We gonna go ahead and repeat that. Add those vanilla wafers, then add your bananas, then add your pudding. I'm still trying to master that perfect layer to make it look like it's layered on the outside of the dish. But I'm used to doing it in square dishes, which are really, really thin dishes. So I've never really made a big old dish like this. This is actually my second time doing this. So I gotta still figure out how I can make that perfect layer. But it's still good. It's just as good as it looks. Even if it don't look like it. It's amazing. It's bomb. So I put this mixture in the middle of my pudding. I put it in the middle because one, I wanted you to be able to taste that whip topping in the pudding, not just on the top. So I put that in there, and then I'm gonna put my Cool Whip on the top. I only did one layer of this. You can do many layers. I just only did one because it's my first time making this. If you want, you can do Cool Whip toppings over each layer like I used to do that, but girl, I was tired and it's still gonna taste good. It's optional. I would recommend you do Cool Whip toppings throughout each layer because it's gonna be super yummy. But if you put a lot of Cool Whip on the top, it shouldn't really matter. Alright, then I put that pudding right on top of that, and I had to open up a new bag of vanilla wafers, obviously. But yeah, just keep on layering that, and I'm gonna just do all of this, and then I'm gonna see you guys once I'm finished my layers. I was getting irritated at this point because I just finished cutting the rest of the bananas. Like, girl, bananas are messy as heck. Like, my fingers are all sticky and just ew. And then I realized, fuck, I need more pudding. So then I had to stop what I was doing, just like I just did to make the freaking bananas, and make some more pudding. Good thing it's instant. Okay, so now we're basically done. I could add a couple more layers, but I didn't have any more vanilla wafers, nor did I feel like going to the grocery store. So I said, forget it. I'm just gonna put the Cool Whip on there. So I'm putting all of this Cool Whip on my batches. Delicious. I let my Cool Whip thaw out overnight. That's why it's so just creamy and smooth for me to just smooth it all around. So I'm smoothing it out with my spoon. I'm making sure that I have no gaps or anything because I do want to make a pretty design on the top of that. And I can't have a pretty design if I got holes and gaps and shit. You feel me? So let's just smooth that out. Alright, so remember those cookie crumbles from earlier? Yes, I'm gonna take those and I'm gonna put that all over the Cool Whip. I'm gonna cover up the Cool Whip so you don't even see it. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Put it everywhere. And I actually had to use more mini vanilla wafers because I ran out. Alright, and for my quote-unquote design, I'm taking my vanilla wafers. For this first one, I'm putting them flat side down. So I'm just going to put a circle around that. And then for the second one, I'm going to put them facing upwards. So it's going to look kind of like a crown around this dish.